Guys, it's Cooterz from GGN, and today I'm going to do a little bit different of a meta report where I will still do the normal, talk about what's relative to the rank I've been in, which is pretty much, 18 to 12 right now. So try to cover that range, but these meta reports from here and hopefully continuing forward, I'm going to try and give tips, for the game itself and hopefully things you can also take outside of the game into, the real life or real world situations. And this, I guess, week's meta report video is focusing on taking a break or just take a break. And I'll get into that later, but pretty much I'll tell you, I started the season off this month with Oil Rogue. I had played it before, so it wasn't like I was learning something new. But I played it against, from about rank 18 to 14, I'll say. And I was doing really well. It was pretty easy. The matchups I got were good because I've been seeing, a lot of priests, actually. And they're usually thief priests. They're not aggro priests. They play a Death Lord or two, Valen's Chosen. They play Northshire Cleric. That's kind of normal, card draw, light bomb, holy nova removal type of priest, and just kind of win it out late game. So a control-y thief priest. And Oil Rogue did really well just because I was running sabotage. I don't think it's great, but it worked really well against the the Valen's Chosen, Death Lords, and stuff like that. Getting a creature out and just really swung the whole board situation and pretty much the game. But what ended up happening later on was I got stuck in 14. I was about 40% win rate, so I was losing. And I had gotten D-ranked to 15, and I just said, okay, this isn't working anymore. I need to pivot. I need to switch it up, play a new deck. I played Face Hunter, as I always do. I think it's a decent choice in the lower ranks because it's harder to kind of play around it. And if that's the current meta, if rather Face Hunter isn't playing play a lot, which I hadn't seen a lot because of these priests, maybe it'd be good. And the issue was, a lot of people were playing very anti-aggro decks in, rank 15, 14, even 16. And what happened was, I got into this, kind of a tizzy. I was like emotionally just upset, distraught, and I tried to force the Face Hunter to work. Tried to force other decks to work as well. And what happened was I just kept on losing and losing. I'd win a game here and there. And, I eventually dropped to rank 17, which is pretty terrible for me even. At that point, it was almost like trying to jam a square peg into a circular hole, and to the point where it's just not going to fit no matter how hard you try, how hard you push it. So what I should have done, what I eventually did was I stayed up really late. I stayed up an hour or an hour and a half past when I normally do. I had a rough night. I woke up. I was groggy, went through work with a lot of meetings. And in the end, I just had a crappy day and I felt like crap. And I wasn't happy about it. And pretty much what I'm saying is because of this kind of, I guess, emotional rage in a sense, or what you want to say, trying to, just force things to work, I ended up suffering not just then, but also the next day. And this happens all the time. I'm sure a lot of people have experienced this. And what I suggest if this happens is just take a break, honestly. And you don't have to necessarily stop playing the game. What I'm saying is, maybe change the game mode. If you're playing ranked and you just can't seem to win, play Tavern Brawl. Brawl's great. A lot of people don't care about it as much because it's not very competitive. So, do that. Do Arena maybe. If you've never done it before, it's a good time to try, or play a different game, or do you might just get off the computer, watch TV, sit around, talk to friends, go on the phone, jog. I think, exercising is a big thing, but a lot of people do play later on. So anything that kind of takes your mind off of the game. And even if you are thinking about the game, at least you're not suffering in a sense that you might be analyzing the situations. Like, oh, maybe I should try this. Maybe I should try that. That's totally fine. But just don't sit there behind the, the mouse and keyboard and just go, why won't this work? I can't win anymore. And all these decks suck. I'm just, getting unlucky. And that you get in this kind of negative state of mind, and it's actually not very healthy. So just take a break. It's really easy. And the thing is, other situations outside of the game, like, if you're just frustrated, stressed, or whatever, a break is really a good option sometimes if you can afford it. And so that's something I would definitely suggest everyone should do once in a while, because everyone lives and leads very stressful lives, and we should all take a break at times. The way I got back up to rank 12, I played Cooterz Control Warrior. Just a very classic Control Warrior, and it worked really well because a lot of the decks were like Priest, and as you know, Priest matchup with Control Warrior is pretty good matchup, just like Oil is against that. But you know, playing against, I don't see a lot of Zoo Locks. I see Demon Locks, and I do pretty well against those. I see Control Warriors as well. I do well against those. And I'm usually better in the mirror matchups because I've been playing Control Warrior for a while. I feel like I'm decent with it. And I'm trying to think of like what other matchups I played. I know Demon Locks were there. Base Hunters, I would win. I had to get the right draws. I got lucky a few times, obviously. I don't see Patron a lot, so relative to my meta, Patron's not a big deal. I don't have to worry about it. Like, I don't even have to play Revenge or anything. I play very classic Control Warrior. No new cards, really. Obviously, like, you know, GVG cards, but nothing like from BRM and stuff like that, except for I do play Emperor. But other than that, I mean, I think the biggest thing is really just to kind of step away from the game, quite physically, you know, at times, physically and mentally. And just take it, you know, from there after. It doesn't have to be a long break, but just a mental break, I think, is the biggest thing. And just kind of come back cool and collected, and you'll find out you do a lot better. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Remember to follow us at girlsgamingnetwork.com, as well as our YouTube channel, which is Girls Gaming Network as the username. There's a lot of different videos out there. My meta report like this, for example, and also, you know, other bios for the other girls that are streaming with us and their own little vlogs and stuff. It's really cute and fun, and you definitely should check it out. And I'll see you guys next time.